Hey everybody, it's Austin, aka Gluten Free Gank, and thanks for tuning in once again. Christmas came early this year, and as you can see, I'm one of the lucky people that got my hands on the PS5. Shout out Costco, picked up the bundle through them, very thankful to have my membership. Also, big shout out to Randall, y'all should go check him out on YouTube, I'll link one of his videos. He was super pivotal in helping me figure out where I could get my bundle, how much it was for, when I could get it, if anybody else was online whenever all of the bundles dropped in the different retailers. They can tell you exactly how crazy it was, but I cannot wait to get my hands on this. We're gonna unbox it. I'm gonna show you guys all the different details, and then who knows, maybe I can do a review on some games in the console itself, but here we go. So like I said, I got my bundle from Costco, and what came with it was 1 month of PlayStation Now. I haven't looked into this too much, but from what I've read about it, you get to play some old classic PlayStation games on your PS5, so I'm super excited to look through whatever catalog they've got going on. Also came with the Ultimate Edition Spiderman Miles Morales. I'm very excited about this game because from what I've seen, it takes advantage of the haptic feedback from the new DualSense controller, and it really shows off all the different graphic capabilities, like the reflections off of city walls and doing a lot of crazy things that we could have never imagined like a decade ago in gaming. So very excited. Also great movie, check it out on Netflix. Also comes with another DualSense controller. You know, I had to get the bundle with the extra controller because Cassie's always going to be playing with me. She's been known to have at least a 2.0 KDA in Call of Duty. Don't check that. Now we're out to the big boys, so we're going straight to the PS5. One thing I noticed when I was pulling it out of the box, this thing is huge. All right, I'm no NFL player, but I'm also, you know, not a short king either. Respect to all the short kings. This thing is huge, and also it weighs a ton, so I'm very eager to see where I'm gonna put it in the entertainment system behind me as well. So as you can see on the front, we've got 8K capability, 4K capability, HDR, 120 Hz capability as well. That's another thing I saw, is that you can actually go in between refresh rates on your TV. So depending on if you want it to load a little bit faster with slightly worse graphics, or just be ultra 8K graphics and have slightly more loading time. I like how they've got that customization. On the side, you've got, you know, your package contents. Same thing on the back. We've got a little bit of, you know, features that are talking about it as well. Play like never before. Always gotta have a motto. Stunning games, breathtaking immersion, lightning speed. I'm really interested about the speed. And what really sold me for the PS5 over the Xbox is the fact that this controller made leaps and bounds of advancements compared to the last generation. Whereas Xbox didn't really make any advancements, they just have this package that you can get where it comes with all these accessories for a controller that's actually housed in aluminum. But enough about that because I didn't buy it. All right, we're gonna get into it. Don't play with knives, unless you're a chef. Okay, maybe gotta lay it down on the side. So I had to lay it down on its side because I couldn't actually lift it over the top, and the handle was broken, but this whole outer shell comes off. Save that for later if I want to display it. Let's see. Stuff in here. Instructions so you don't mess it up. It actually tells you to lay it back down on its side as well. We're gonna get into it. Okay, so you got your classic paperwork, quick start guide. Read into that if you're gonna mess it up. Safety guide, don't burn your house down. Don't be like that guy who blew vape smoke into his Xbox One and caused a whole bunch of panic on release day. Oh. And the first feel, man, it feels good. That feels better than the PS4 controller. Wow. See, like I said, that's why I went with PS5, or at least part of the reason. This thing is awesome. It's got adaptive triggers, so that means whenever you're in games like Call of Duty or anything else, the heavier the gun is, the more force you actually have to use to actuate the trigger, which is going to be I don't even know how they're gonna do that, but that's freaking insane. Anyways, we'll get to that. Stay hydrated, kids. Next thing is gonna be your power cord. Another good thing about all of these next-gen consoles is that a lot of the time their power cords and their power consoles are within the console body, so you don't have a lot of wiring, issues on the back end. I hate it when I have to do all that different cable management. Well, let's hope that's how it comes out. Oh, can't forget this. This is going to be your manual charging controller, or not controller, but your USB cord for the controller. Go ahead and charge it on that. So this is actually going to be your stand, right? So the thing about the PS5 is it's huge. So you're gonna have to find a spot for it wherever you've got your setup. And this stand is relatively intuitive in the way that you can use those grooves to stand it up vertically, or you can twist it on its side all the way around by manipulating it. And these hooks will actually go in on the back end of the console and lay it down flat, because if you see, and we'll see later, the shape of the PS5 actually takes an upward kind of trend at the end, whatever equation that would be in algebra. And you have to lay it on this for it to stay perfectly flat. If you just lay it flat by itself, it's gonna sit there and wobble. May not necessarily cause damage, but I'm not gonna take any chances, not with how valuable these things are right now. And then actually on the bottom, if you manipulate where it is, there's a little spot that holds a screw. So you can actually screw through the bottom to make sure that it never comes off the stand, which is really cool. But don't lose it on the first day. All right, the bad boy itself. This is why we lived. So honestly, I love how there's minimal packaging with it. I like how they've taken an environmentally friendly approach, and that's all made out of cardboard, so it's recyclable, so we stand. Holy crap, they weren't kidding. Look, look how tall this is. Oh my God. This thing is the mothership of gaming. Good Lord. Okay, I'm trying to find a size comparison, but goodness gracious, this thing is tall as heck. PS3 vibes, that thing was a gigantic dust magnet. It was huge, worked really well, but it was a massive console, and so is this thing as well. So, a couple design features I would like to talk about real quick. Really like how the PlayStation logo over here cut out. I think it makes a little bit of a difference compared to, just a decal on it as well. And then some of the other things you can see, and we'll get a shot of this as well, but right here, the Sony is engraved. And then along these lines are actually probably thousands of the tiny little shapes that appear on the controller. There's X's, O's, triangles, and squares, and you can actually feel them. They're embossed within it, and you can feel it if you run your finger along, which is really cool. The vents are all along the sides. So if you look at it going top to bottom, all the vents are going as well. You've got your USB and other port here at the front. I believe that's super USB or something along the lines. I wish I knew what it was. You got your eject and your power button. And I opted to go with the disk drive because the thing is, with all digital consoles, you're eventually gonna run into the issue of you're gonna not have enough storage because you're gonna download all these games, especially with these huge games, right, that have to load instantaneously. It's gonna be like your Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, even if you're playing like a large map of Miles Morales or something along those lines, it's gonna run through that memory crazy fast, right? And if it compares anything to like the recent Call of Duties like Modern Warfare, where you're having hundreds of gigs sitting on here, I would much rather have the discs for a lot of games, so that way I can save that hard drive space. Plus, the discs are gonna look really good if I can display them in a nice way on my entertainment system as well. On the back of the PS5, it's just gonna be your standard ports, right? So you're gonna have your two USBs, your network port, your HDMI, and your power. But they actually kept it relatively simple, if you can look through it, because There are some consoles and, you know, some pre-built PCs that just have a million ports on the back. So it's kind of nice that they kept it simple. Also, I can't hold on to that thing so long. This is heavy. Man, I don't think about stuff whenever I'm lifting for it, but this thing probably weighs close to what the dog weighs. So what the dog weighs like 17 pounds. This thing has to be over 5 pounds at least. And for a console, that's ridiculous. Because if you look at our Switch over there, that thing you could carry with 2 fingers basically. This thing is, I'm surprised, but hey, it kicks ass and I like the way it looks. We're gonna unbox the other controller for you guys real quick. I was trying to be good about it, but I'm just gonna cut through it. So, what's nice about the extra controllers is if you didn't get it in a bundle, these are actually one of the easier accessories to find. If you follow anybody like my boy Jake Randall or Wario64, they will show you that some of the things that you're looking for, like the dual charging port and the Pulse 3D headset and even the media remote, are just running out of stock immediately whenever they're getting restocked at every major retailer. So if y'all are looking for the controllers, you're in luck because these are the ones that are easy to find. Maybe people are just playing a lot of single player, or I mean, these things are $70 by themselves, so people are probably just going, I'll blow a check on the console and then wait around for the controller. But the packaging is really nice. Talks about all the stuff on the back, haptic feedback, dual triggers, built-in microphone, haptic feedback as well. So there's gonna be a lot of little features that you're gonna explore. And one thing that I'm actually excited to go ahead and play through is gonna be the preloaded game on the console, which is called Astro's Playroom, I believe. And it has this adorable little dude and all of his homies, and they're running around. They look like little robots. And you can actually find copies of like the old PlayStation consoles, and they show off everything that the controller can do, so I'm really excited about that. Once again, PlayStation coming in with the very minimal packaging. And here we are. Another controller. Here we are. Maybe we can do some ASMR. That's me meleeing people. It's looking for something. It's blue. I'm shook. I don't think it came with another charging cable. Did I get ripped off? I would really like to get my hands on the dual charging port because it actually has the same design as the top of the PS5, but then the controllers just sit in it like that. And that's super small. It's really cool. This is dope as hell. What do I do with all these controllers? Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I don't know how often I'm actually gonna post stuff, but I am very excited to dig into what the PS5 has to offer. Hopefully I get some good games. Maybe I can review those, try my hand at that as well. But I will see you guys next time in my next video. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody wants to see you. I seriously think that a USB cable is not included? What the f are they thinking? You can't put that on there. Unless you bleep it, that would be funny.